I cannot imagine coming here in the summer. Like, yeah. I would die. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we're headed out of Savannah and we're headed to Atlanta now. We have about like 4 hours and 20 minutes to get there with my potty breaks. Probably like an extra 30 minutes, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
So we'll see what happens with that. We're on our way. We're gonna go to Pon City Market first. And then we'll try to meet up with Auntie. I'm not really sure if we're gonna do really anything after that, but that is the plan. And we hear that there's lots at the market, so we're pretty excited. So we're gonna try to concentrate on, road tripping. And we'll get right back to you. Say bye to the people, come out.
Bye to the people.
So drive we did, road tripping from the hostess city of the South all the way to the city in the woods, better known as Atlanta. Our first stop was at Pon City Market, where we explored some unique brands, mingled with people, and even spotted a fancy wedding. Of course, I needed to have a drink with a popsicle in it. Oh yeah, it is just as good as it looks. But what's an excursion without good eats? That drink was to prime me for some Japanese fusion. Poke and ramen? Check! This place really had it all, but we only have time to show you a preview. You'll need to explore it yourself.
So we're in Atlanta, and Google's confused, but I think she's getting herself together. We just went to the Pon City Market, which was actually a really good time. What did you think, Kamal?
I enjoyed myself.
It
was a lot going on. But it was good overall.
Reminds me of the place in Brooklyn that we went to. If I have the footage, I'll insert it here. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a market also, and it's like a warehouse that was like converted into like a market. So it was pretty cool. We didn't get to go to the rooftop because it was a private party, but we still ate. I had ramen. I had a poke bowl. You know that I'm pregnant right now, so some people are probably screaming at the screen, but we actually are okay as long as the fish is not a
predator fish.
As
long as it doesn't eat the other fish, it's not as high in mercury, which is why you're not supposed to eat raw fish.
Boom. Then we walked around. Kamal had like a boozy, icy pop, and he said it was good.
It was pretty good.
Yes. Pretty good. And now we're gonna just head to my aunt's house. So we're gonna clip in a couple of more things from Atlanta so you can plan your trip. Okay.
There's a lot to do in Atlanta. So what do you choose? Well, I'll tell you what we did. Eat some Hattie B's. Yes, I know it's from Tennessee, but they're in ATL now. Also, it's great for a lunch in the park. Next, we stopped at the Civil Rights Walk of Fame, where civil rights activists are immortalized for fighting to pull us forward in the world. Whether tiny, wide, or big feet, they are big shoes to fill, with a Gandhi statue leading the charge. This was all just a segue into the MLK Museum, where we learned more about the civil rights martyr. In these walls, his life is studied, celebrated, and most importantly, remembered. From the wagon that took him to his final resting place, to the videos of the protests and speeches, a leader of leaders is what they called him. While it's easy to say that we know the voice behind the man who gave the great speech, to hear from his peers, family, and the patrons of his church all give accounts while he was alive on how he was destined to be great. For those of us born after his monumental moments, or weren't old enough, or perhaps didn't realize you were witnessing history, there's a march frozen in time, just waiting for you to be a part of the story that continues on today. Just outside the museum is his family home, where you can, amongst personal memories, and contemplate the thoughts that sparked the change in the world. And finally, we arrived at the final resting place of Dr. King and his wife Coretta, floating in a fountain as the water around them ripples like the legacy through time. May the fire they started burn bright as we are guided forward and create lasting memories together. We cemented our newfound enlightenment by supporting the community around these historical sites at the local farmers market before heading off for more adventures.
We've been in Atlanta for a day and a half, almost 2.
Yeah.
Today's our last day. We just did a trail at Kennesaw National Park. It's actually like Battlefield something.
Yeah,
but
I don't really know.
just look up National Park. Our handy dandy National Park Pass came in handy. If you remembered in our San Fran video, we bought this at the Rocky Mountain. No, that's Denver.
Yeah.
Muir Woods.
Muir Woods.
Yes. Is when we bought it. So that was in February, so we have until next February before it expires. At first, I wasn't sure we needed it because almost every time we bring this along and like the parking green thing, they end up not asking for it. And we drove into the park and everything, and we thought, we're not going to need this. And then Kamau went to go pay for parking, and they're like, it's free if you have your pass.
Yes.
And we do. So I didn't have the little hanging thing to put it in the window, but we just left it in the front.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone checked it. We put it on the side where our signatures are, because that makes it valid. So, and then they can see where the hole was punched on February, so they know it's valid.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it would be valid.
So I don't remember exactly how much the pass is or how much we paid for it, but
$80. The annual pass is $80.
yeah. It said that parking here was $5 a day. And like not every park is $5 for the day, but you can kind of use that as like your barometer. Some places are actually more for sure.
And then some places you just need to pay to enter.
Yeah, so it definitely pays for itself fairly quickly.
Definitely. I know we've been toying with the idea if like national parks are worth it.
Yeah.
Or overrated. And honestly, I really like them still.
Yeah.
Since our Four Corners trip, it's nice to just be like, yeah, let's just go in. And you just don't have to like pay extra, because it's not like after $80 worth you have to start paying. It's you just keep going for free. The trail was pretty good. You see I'm sweating, so like it was really good.
The one thing I've learned about Georgia.
Yeah, it's October.
Yeah.
We're in Atlanta, and well, we're right outside of Atlanta, but it's this morning. Yesterday morning it was like 40 degrees.
Yeah, it was 43
this morning
when we left. Well, when we got to the park, it was 49. Now it's 75, and I think the high for today
it's only been
is
like
in the
an
80s. And I'm like, why is it swinging so hard?
I cannot imagine coming here. You guys know me. I cannot imagine coming here in the summer. Like, yeah. I would die.
High of 82 today.
In October. Mid-October. So I'm very happy that we came in October. Georgia's been great to us. Savannah and Atlanta.
Yeah, all the Georgia people in the comments like, what are you talking about? That's normal.
That's normal. I can't wait to go back to my Northeast cool weather, fall sweater weather. Clearly, we spent the day yesterday in Atlanta, like the city part of Atlanta, and we went to the Martin Luther King Jr. National Park. It was just like some of like the stuff for him, like the house, like where he was born and raised, the church that he preached in, and I think him and Coretta were, maybe it was just him at the time. Coretta died not so long ago.
2006.
Yeah, so I think she wasn't there yet. It was just him when I last was here. But everything's free. There's free parking there too. So we didn't actually need our pass yesterday, which really worked out because we didn't have it.
Right.
I forgot it at the house. But that was a really cool time.
It was.
Yeah.
Everyone was very respectful and very calm, and it's somewhat sobering when you see the extent that he did in the span of his life. Because like you know a good amount from school. I feel like that's normal curriculum for everybody. Everybody goes over it, but I was like, wow, this guy like really went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I didn't know.
Yeah. Gives you
Or didn't realize. Like,
yeah.
It's like, wow, that was like the span of the time, like that he really like dedicated himself to.
Yeah, it definitely expands on what you know and gives you a deeper appreciation.
Yeah.
For sure.
It also, yeah, being pregnant and walking through there, I'm like, man, we have a long way to go still. But it's great to live in a world where it's not where it was different back then, 70 years ago. And it's not perfect now, but at least it's like not that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, you know, you could be pessimistic and be like, we're still not getting it, you know, like we still have struggles. But honestly, for the peace and non-violence, I feel like his non-violence approach has definitely lived on, because I think about some of the peaceful protests that have gone on with like Black Lives Matter. Like nothing is, yeah, let's just fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
It's still, non-violence is the way that people choose to fight inequality, racial inequality specifically.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty, I think that's pretty honorable, because that means that he did really made a difference in our culture.
Right. I also realized that another big thing, which I feel like has not been emphasized a lot, is, I can't remember who said it, but they had videos of people that had worked with him in the past, and the guy opined that there was probably nobody else on the earth that was able to take 6 to 7 different leaders that all disagreed on something, take a piece from everything that they had and had everybody agree to it to actually have them to get something done. And then he was described as a leader of leaders. And I don't really feel like we've had anybody quite like that in a while. Like, we've had leaders, but we have not had leaders of leaders to just like bring everybody together. Like, listen, this is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to get done.
That's Georgia.
This is Georgia.
So we had cobbler, bread pudding.
Yes.
We had
shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits.
Coincidentally, also had gumbo.
Gumbo.
Mm-hmm.
We had some hot chicken.
Oh, had to have that.
That Tennessee hot chicken.
Yes.
Even though that's not from Georgia. But they're here now, so we had to have Hattie B's yesterday. That was dinner. We hung out in the park and just had our Hattie B's and just chilled. That's our trip. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and click the notification bell so you know the next time we post a video.
Let us know in the comments your favorite part of Georgia, and
we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Bye.